everyone. So I'm taking you through a little trip today. I'm gonna be taking you over the next few days on a trip to Totnes, which is in the West Country. I can't remember if it's Devon or Cornwall. I think it's Devon. And so I'll talk about the fragrances that I wear, and I'll show you some of the scenes or the scenery. My scent for the journey down there, it's supposed to be 4.5 hours. I'm going to be wearing Clean Reserve Radiant Nectar. So that's the scent of the car journey. Plenty, because it's quite a light fragrance, but I love it. It's a beautiful pear, and to me it's like a biscuity scent, but you would have heard me say that enough times now. It's just a really beautiful, there's fresh pear, but a sweet, slightly gourmand base, which I really love. So that's my scent of the car journey. We'll see you in a moment. So I've arrived at my accommodation. It was a good journey down, no major problems. Thought I'd show you all the fragrances I've brought with me. It's only 3 days, 3 nights, but I've bought some stuff that I'm hoping to talk about on this video, and also maybe film some reviews for as well. So yeah, it is slightly excessive, but I might do a live stream with some of the samples, and I need to review the 2 St. Giles fragrances there, so I might get that done while I'm here. I've got the 2 new ones from Atelier des Ors, which is Blanc Polychrome and Rouge Soleil. So I would like to get reviews done of those. I've got 4 160 Tuesdays here. That's a new one called Gold Hawk. That's really interesting, quite a rich one. Oriane is now discontinued. It's one of my favourites, if not my favourite from the house. A really soft, musky, clean, your skin but better kind of scent. And then in the bag we've got the House of Angelos Olfactive Creations. I'm hoping to do an overview of the house with those. I might not get around to all of this stuff, but at least I've got options. And there, of course, that was my scent of the day, the Radiant Nectar. I didn't mean to bring it, but I loved it so much when I sprayed it on. I didn't want to leave it at home. In there is Le Plus Beau Jour de ma Vie from Guerlain. That is the stylist, that is the actress. You've got SP Musk over in the back there. The one next to SP Musk was a moderation of the fragrance I was working on. However, that is no longer going ahead, but I absolutely adore pretty much all the moderations, so I wanted to bring one along with me to enjoy. This one is Maya NJ, and it's Les Fleurs, because I wanted something quite fresh. This one is called Lima, and that one is Orange Soleil, which was a sample sent to me by Lizzie from Rose & Jones, as were all these samples here. And I've also brought my Teone Reinthal samples. I've already reviewed Embers. It's probably my favourite fragrance in the world ever now. I've ordered a full bottle, and I haven't reviewed these 2, Pink Lotus and Taif Rose. So yeah, I'm not going to get around to it all, of course, but I've got the options to do what I can. So let me just give you a little room tour. So I'm in the window at the moment. I've just shown you the view from my window, which is very nice, and we've got a double bed, some cute chicken pictures. Nice clean bathroom over there. Wardrobe. Oh, let me just close my underwear drawer. Here's the desk. I've got my gin. Got a candle going, nice, give some nice scent to the air. And then I'll show you inside the bathroom. This is not the most exciting tour you'll ever see, but yeah, the bathroom's not too bad. You've got sink there, average shower by the looks of it. There's the loo. Yeah, that's it really. Been here about half an hour, just had a biscuit and put my slimline tonic in the fridge, ready to have a gin and tonic in a minute, and then I'll probably have a shower and head out. I'm ready to go out. I've had the best shower ever. The shower is hard, powerful, hot, amazing. Best shower I've had in absolutely ages. So I couldn't get out of it. I wanted to just stay in it forever, but you can't do that. Washed my hair, which really felt nice, and my hair's, I've had a keratin treatment, so it's kind of like not as, it's nowhere near as curly as it used to be, but it's nice because I can just like not put much product in it and leave it, and it's much softer curls but very light and soft, which is nice. So anyhow, I've had two or three gin and tonics, so I feel all nice and relaxed. And I thought I'd tell you what frags I'm wearing. Frags plural because I'm wearing 3. My main fragrance is, oh look at the light changing, my main fragrance is my Insolence. So this one is discontinued, it's by Guerlain. I love it, it's pretty much my signature scent. The one fragrance I would say out of everything is the most me. Lots of vanilla, it's orange blossom, powdery, almond blossom, soft, bit of raspberry. Gorgeous, love it. Just makes me feel very me. It's not a particularly bold fragrance, but you always smell clean, put together, soft, powdery and lovely. So that's my main frag, and I'm wearing that all up here. On my left wrist, this fragrance I can't be without. It's called Embers by Teone Reinthal. I spoke about it earlier. I have a bottle on its way. That's all I've got. Even if it was empty, I would have brought this with me just to sniff it from here because I love it. It's the best vanilla fragrance I've ever smelled. And in fact, it's the best fragrance I've ever smelled. It's that good. So I've got that on my left wrist, and what I do now is I unscrew it and I dab it on because I'm so scared of running out. So I've just got a dab on my left wrist because it's almost like, for me, a comfort thing. I just sniff my left wrist when I feel the need to be comforted and to smell something absolutely stunning. And then on my right hand, this one, which is Le Plus Beau Jour de ma Vie, is orange blossom vanilla. What else is it? I can't even remember. There's some almond as well. So everything kind of has, everything's got things in common that I'm wearing, but I just couldn't choose, and I've got so much to choose from. I thought, damn it, I'm just going to wear 3 things. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go find some food, maybe have 1 or 2 more gins. Have a nice time, hopefully. So I'm off out to find some food. I spent the afternoon reading. It got rainy and not that nice, and I got really engrossed in my book, so I spent the afternoon reading in my room, which is kind of sad, but do you know what, I enjoyed it, and I wouldn't have done that if I was at home. So that's what you do on holiday, isn't it? And my scent of the night is, it's Teone Reinthal's Taif Rose. This one is kind of difficult for me. I'm wearing it already. I've got quite a few sprays around here, both arms as well. The opening is a very sweet, jammy, dark rose, which I love, but there is quite a strong patchouli note in the opening that I don't love. It's not disgusting. I don't hate it. I just don't 100% love it. I also get a minty feel from it and a bit of an incensey feel, which I love. So basically, all the components I can smell from the off, I love, apart from the patchouli, which slightly skews it for me. But what I notice is that patchouli note changes. So within about half an hour or so, it doesn't bother me at all anymore, but I just don't quite love the patchouli aspect of the fragrance, but I love everything else. So that's what I'm wearing tonight, and we'll see how I get on with it. off to find some food. So just a little bit more on Taif Rose, which I wore last night. As I remembered, the patchouli did change on my skin. It's not to say it disappears, but it changes into something that I just enjoy a lot more. So it just has this slightly earthy yet sweetness to it once it dries down, and it's a really lovely rich rose, and there's this sort of minty or mentholated aspect to it, and there's a sweetness. I'm not sure if there's some sort of amber or vanilla in there. I'm not sure what the notes are, but it's really beautiful fragrance. It doesn't change loads on your skin. Once the first half an hour or so is over, it feels like it doesn't do loads of changing, but it's a really beautiful scent. So I thoroughly enjoyed wearing that. It lasted really well. It lasted all night, and I could still smell it when I woke up today. So really good fragrance. Taif Rose from Teone Reinthal. Now today we've got sunshine. You can see the sun shining on the bushes and plants there, and I've chosen to wear, my main scent today is going to be the Actress from St. Giles. So that I've already sprayed that all over me and on my left wrist as well, and it's a really floral, it's a whole load of different florals, mostly white florals. To my nose it smells like lily and tuberose are the main players. Now I initially thought that there's a vanilla custard note in here, and I initially felt that I didn't really get it, but I woke up at about 3 o'clock this morning and decided to spray it on my hand and see how it was when I woke up again later on. And when I smelt it when I woke up at 8 o'clock, I definitely did notice the vanilla in there. It's not the big player in the fragrance. The big player is the floral notes. The floral accords are definitely what you get mostly, but you do in the dry down get some vanilla. So I'm wearing it today, giving it a proper wearing, because I'm going to be reviewing it in a separate video. On my right wrist I'm wearing the Stylist, because I'm going to be reviewing that in the same video with the Actress. I've just sprayed it on that wrist there, and it starts off to me leathery with a hint of fruit and a tiny hint of earth. Oh, we've got a cat in the garden. Ah, he's a big fluffy fellow. So it starts off, there's a mango note in here, which I think is what's lending it the fruitiness, but it's also kind of salty and woodsy and musky. It's extremely attractive. I feel like I would prefer to smell this one on a man, certainly with the opening, but the far dry down is absolutely stunning, and I really love that, and I comfortably wear it myself. But the opening, because there's a lack of anything floral and not really any sort of vanilla-y or gourmandy aspects to it, that's why it probably, to most people's noses, if you think of conventional fragrances, you would probably think this should be marketed towards men. But definitely when it gets further into the dry down, it feels a lot more towards unisex, because it sweetens up and it gets kind of rich. But I'll talk about that more in the review. I'm off to the beach today. Did I tell you that already? I think I did. I'm off to the beach, so hopefully I can get you some footage. So it's my last night and I've chosen my perfumes. I have gone with Le Plus Beau Jour de ma Vie from Guerlain, which is a beautiful orange blossom, white musk, aniseed, vanilla fragrance. And on my right wrist, I've gone for some of this decant, which is, the company's called Chabaud, or Chabaud, and the fragrance is called Vintage. And to me, this is very much a clean, musky, it opens up citrusy, and then it's really musky, laundry, clean laundry-esque. slightly floral, slightly almondy scent. Oh, there's sugared almonds in Le Plus Beau Jour de ma vie. I forgot to mention that. That's my main scent, the Plus Beau Jour de ma vie. And here we have the Vintage, which is a really pretty fragrance. Reminds me of Creed Sublime Vanille. So if you like Sublime Vanille, I've had 2 drinks, I promise. If you like Creed Sublime Vanille, but you don't like the price, highly recommend you check out Chabaud Vintage. I'm not saying it's the same, but they are they are in the same ballpark. Really, I think if you like one, you're going to like the other. So I'm off to get some pie. I booked into a pie restaurant in Totnes High Street. It's called Pie Street. I've been wanting to try their pies. They are apparently amazing, and I haven't been able to get in. So today I booked. So they are reserving me a steak and ale pie, and I'm going to go and consume said pie. Random. I'm not sure if it's a slow worm or a grass snake. Just found it on the way to the high street. So it's home time. I thought I'd just quickly share my scent of the day with you to drive home. I'm going with the same one I came with. So it's Radiant Nectar by Clean Reserve. I just like how it's fresh and sweet at the same time. Today is kind of, not sure what it is. It looks like it might rain. It might not. A little bit of sun creeps through, but it's kind of thick cloud. So a very in-betweeny kind of day, and this will just be a lovely, kind of comforting yet fresh scent for the drive home. So that's what I'm wearing. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.